Thought y'all forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, letting on out of here.
Stay. It's you?
Of course it's me, open the door.
That ain't your brother.
Annie, the spiritual force of sinners. Annie's role in karmic balance. Numerology, 25-7, the intuitive guide. Annie carries a 25-7 vibration, making her one of the most spiritually attuned characters in Sinners. The 7 energy marks her as a seeker of hidden truths, a mystic who understands forces beyond the physical realm. Throughout the film, this manifests in her ability to perceive the vampires before anyone else, using her deep intuitive wisdom to prepare those around her for battle. Her 2 influence gives her emotional intelligence and connection. She doesn't just see the supernatural forces at play, she feels them, making her guidance deeply rooted in understanding rather than fear. Meanwhile, her 5 energy infuses her with adaptability, allowing her to shift between spiritual insight and practical action. She is not just a witness to chaos, she is a stabilizing force within it. Her role, the first to recognize the threat, while others remain unaware. Annie is the first to sense what the vampires truly are. She does not operate from speculation or logic, he knows. Her 7 vibration ensures she is always one step ahead, tapping into knowledge beyond the immediate. This moment solidifies her role, not only as a mystic, but as a protector through wisdom. It is her foresight that enables the others to prepare for battle. Her actions bridge the gap between awareness and survival, ensuring the group does not enter the conflict blind. In doing so, she steps fully into her 2 energy, becoming a connector between those seeking to survive and the supernatural forces they must overcome. Love and karmic connection with Smoke. Annie was Smoke's love, a pairing that holds immense numerological weight. Smoke, carrying 9 energy, operates from duty, protection, and karmic resolution. Annie's 7 energy complements his. Where he shields others through physical action, she does so through foresight and unseen wisdom. They are a perfect balance of intuition and responsibility. Their relationship was not merely romantic. It was spiritually aligned. Smoke's 9 essence suggests completion, while Annie's 7 energy represents deep understanding, making their connection one of destiny rather than circumstance. This union was not about fleeting passion. It was about grounding 2 energies that, separately, carried immense weight, but together formed stability. Her legacy, stability amid chaos. Unlike other characters who operate from survival or reaction, Annie remains constant. Her presence is not disruptive, but anchoring. Even in the face of supernatural upheaval, she does not waver. This speaks to the full realization of her 7 energy. Knowledge is her power, and it is unshaken by fear. Her ability to maintain stability in the midst of destruction solidifies her importance in Sinners. She does not merely exist within the story. She guides it, ensuring that those around her move forward with awareness rather than ignorance. Final thoughts. Annie's role in karmic resolution. Through her numerology, Annie embodies wisdom, intuition, and spiritual grounding. Her connection to Smoke further deepens the karmic threads that weave through the film, making her one of the most important figures in understanding the supernatural forces at play. Her presence is not just narrative, it is energetic. She is the knowing guide, the stabilizing force, and the bridge between action and understanding. In many ways, her 7 energy is the film's unseen foundation, ensuring that when the chaos unfolds, those who listen to her wisdom are prepared to face it. Mary, the karmic temptation and cycle of unfinished fate. Numerology, 21 experience, desire, and unavoidable consequence. Mary carries a vibration of 21, a number deeply tied to life cycles, lessons, and the confrontation of fate. Unlike Annie's 7 energy, which thrives in intuition and spiritual wisdom, Mary's numbers reflect karmic entanglement, the kind that manifests through temptation, experience, and emotional conflict. Her 2 influence represents relationships, emotional attachment, and deep connections. Throughout Sinners, this is evident in her unwavering devotion to Stack, despite his efforts to leave her behind. She clings to their bond, unwilling to let go. But her 1 energy, which embodies leadership and individuality, adds complexity. She doesn't chase Stack out of weakness, she does. So because she is decisive in her desires, fully choosing the path she wants. However, the cycle of 21 energy ensures that choices always bring consequences. Her past marriage to a white man before reuniting with Stack exemplifies this. She stepped into a space of societal safety, yet abandoned it when her true karmic connection resurfaced. The role of seduction and power over Stack. Mary's presence in Stack's life is not one of peace, but temptation and transformation. She is not the guiding force leading him toward wisdom. She is a catalyst that pulls him into irreversible change. Her seduction is layered not merely physical attraction, but the embodiment of a karmic pull he cannot resist. The moment Stack returns to her world, his fate is sealed. While Annie represents clarity and spiritual grounding, Mary represents entanglement, the kind of connection that feels inevitable yet destructive. She is the reason he is turned, the reason his path shifts permanently. Yet she is not framed as a villain. She is not deceitful or malicious. She is merely a force of karmic inevitability, moving through her own cycle as much as she pushes Stack into his. Contrast between Annie and Mary, the two forces that shape sinners. The film presents two leading women, both powerful, both deeply tied to fate, but through entirely different means. Annie, the intuitive guide, 25/7 energy, spiritual wisdom, foresight, karmic resolution, anchoring presence, stabilizing force in chaos, guides others through awareness, preparation, and unseen knowledge. Love of smoke, creating balance between protection, 9 energy, and intuition, 7 energy. Mary, the karmic seductress, 21 energy. Emotional entanglement, desire, the cycle of consequence, unavoidable temptation. Pulling Stack into irreversible transformation. Does not guide, but disrupts, though not maliciously, simply as part of her karmic role. Love of Stack, creating tension between his attempted escape and his inevitable fate. Where Annie provides clarity, Mary provides conflict. One prepares people for their destinies. The other forces them to confront their fate head-on. They exist on opposite ends of the karmic spectrum, one as wisdom, the other as experience, yet they both shape the unfolding of sinners in equal measure. Ultimately, Mary's presence was just as necessary as Annie's. Without Mary, Stack would not have transformed, and without Annie, he would have had no clarity in the war he was stepping into. Both are vital to sinners, but in entirely different ways.